Hello, and welcome to today's warm-up. So the warm-up we will go over today is a full body warm-up, and it's also known as a dynamic warm-up. So we won't be holding stretches very long. We'll be moving and stretching as we go. So this is my home gym, and I also recommend whenever you're working out at home to write down your plan on some sort of board, whether that's like a whiteboard or maybe you have like a piece of paper or pen, even just write it down. So whenever we write it down, we become that much more connected and that much more committed to doing it. So I have our warm-up written down here. So I'll just be going through it, and feel free to reach out to me if you want this in writing. Okay, so we're gonna start first with arms, opening and closing. So this is also known as chain breakers. So you wanna stand up nice and tall. And just start to open up your arms, get a nice stretch through the chest. You'll feel your shoulder blades pin into the back. And then as you exhale, you're gonna start to round your upper back. So you can see from the side view that my shoulder blades actually start to separate here. So we're gonna do that a total of 10 times. So that was one. We're gonna open up here for number 2, and then just switch which arm comes up on top. Now taking it slow as we begin, inhale, exhale, and then start to pick up the pace a little as you warm up. 4, 5 here. And if you're familiar with yoga, it's similar to like those cat and cow movements. Opening up, awakening the spine. Last 2. And then 1. Beautiful. From there, we're gonna go right into some arm circles. So we're just gonna bring the right arm up and behind, and then go ahead and work on the left. So alternating right arm and then left. Try to keep your elbows straight, your arms straight. Once you've done 5 in that direction backward, we're just gonna swim the arms forward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So arms open and close, about 10 repetitions total, and that's our first one. Got that down. So if you had your board, if you wanted to, you can even check it off or erase it. Heel strikes number 2. You're gonna drive your heel into the ground, straighten through the leg, and then send your hips back. This should create a nice stretch through the hamstring into the back of your leg. And then almost like you're trying to scoop up, I don't know, like some bales of hay, scoop up something off of the ground. You're gonna sweep the arms down and up. Hips sit back, and then just scoop. And this one we're gonna go for 10 each side. So we've got 4 and 4. Maybe going a little lower as you feel an opening. Maybe keep a soft bend at the knee if your hamstrings are a little tight. Almost there. We have 8, 9, 9. Last one here. 10 and 10. Perfect. So we've opened up the arms. We've moved into the heel strikes. Next, we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg kick, also known as Frankenstein kicks. So you're gonna work your body here as well, working opposite arm, opposite leg. I meant brain. You're working your brain here too. And you maybe take a few rounds to get the opposite down. Maybe try to do same arm, same leg. And so standing tall, try not to slouch as you do these. All right, let's finish up one more each side, and then come to stand. For my straight leg kick, we're gonna go into a quad reach. So the quadriceps can get pretty tight, especially if you've been a lot of walking or been doing a lot of running, or even cycling. So you're gonna take your hand to your foot and work on just knocking the knees in together and press your hips forward. And then you'll add the reach by stretching your arms up overhead. And work on doing both sides. So we'll alternate with the right leg and left. You can see its balance as well. And if your hamstring is a little too tight, just do a little heel kick. Kick the heel towards the fingertips. You're still getting that balance, still get a nice stretch into the quad. That feels so good for me. I don't know about for you. We're gonna do just a couple more. Good. Shake that out. Right, from our quad beach, we're gonna go into a lateral lunge. So lateral lunge, you're gonna set up your legs nice and wide and then work a lunge into one leg. So we'll lunge into one side and straighten out the other. Your hands can come to your heart, or maybe just bring your hands to your hips. You'll work up through center and then we'll switch. Lunge into the other leg and then center. 2. Here's 3. As you push away from the floor, think about driving the heel into the ground and squeezing your glute. Try not to lean too much at the torso, just a slight lean forward. Okay, but the weight is mainly back in the heels. Coming right back up to stand. We're going into one of my favorite drills, and this is the squat mobility drill. So this time, after lateral lunges, the hips are pretty open. So rather than bringing them very wide, you're gonna bring them about hip width apart. So we're gonna take a big breath in here, reach the arms up overhead. And then just kind of swan dive forward, arms out to the side, and then down towards your ankles. So right away, you may notice some limited ranges of motion, whether it's at the hips or hamstrings. So here we are, just folding forward. And then we're gonna drop the hips. Okay, just lower the hips slow towards the heels. Yeah, maybe you're this low, maybe your hips up are a little higher. Once you lower the hips, lift up your chest. Take your right arm up to the sky, and then your left arm up. Bring both heels into the ground, so drive the heels down as you press yourself up. So we have 1 down. We're just gonna do 4 more, so not too many. And not a whole 10 here. Take your time getting into your forward fold, to your squat. You're gonna reach the opposite arm up. 2. Lower down. That's number 3 here. And what we're working on as we come up is, again, the weight is gonna wanna shift forward into the toes, but the entire time keeping the weight back and towards the heels. So right here, don't let the weight shift forward, keep it back in the heels, stand up. Last one, here we go. Perfect. Right from there, we're gonna go into our reverse lunge with a twist. So if you stand with your feet together, take 1 lunge back, or 1 leg back, and then just twist over the front leg. So working on the obliques here. Woo. Step the feet together. If you're on a carpet, just so you know, that does make the workouts a little harder. Nice, we're gonna do 5 each leg. Four. Last one each side. 5. 5. Perfect. Right from there, we're almost done. We have 2 left. We're gonna do what's called Spider-Man or Spider-Woman stretch, depending on your gender, or just spider stretch in general. So you're gonna set up into a plank pose. So you're up in plank. You're gonna walk your right foot to your right hand, and we're gonna open up into a twist. Reach your right arm up. Take your forearm now and lower it to the ground as low as you can get it. It may not be very low, depending on how you feel. And maybe you can touch it down. And then open back up. We're gonna go through 3 more. To modify this, just lower that back knee down. Makes it a little bit easier. 4. And open up 5. Perfect. Return to your plank. And go ahead, step your left foot forward. Left foot to your left hand. Right knee up or down, and you'll open. Right around the mid-back, you'll feel a nice stretch around the chest. And then lower the arm. Reach up, look up, and lower. That's 5. And we're going to end 25 jumping jacks. So this is getting the blood pumping and the blood circulating. So regular jack, 1, 2, you can keep going like this, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're all warmed up, stretched out, and ready to go for your workout. Thank you so much for joining me on your warm-up today. Have a great workout.